Hello, everyone. Welcome back to 450 Dead Center. I'm Daniel here with Chris,
Howdy.
and yeah, we're gonna talk about our favorite team again because why not? There's no other news to talk about.
That's
So
true.
yeah, the Blue Jays have the biggest dilemma in the MLB right now, and that's that they need a place to play
Yeah, they
because
do.
no one knows where they're gonna play, and it's not like they're in the States; they're in a whole other country. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that, give our opinion on where they should be, and yeah.
hmm
Do you
So,
want to do the sellout stuff, or do you have anything else to say?
well, I'll sell out. Thank you for the support recently, guys. It's been great. I've not expected like the views that we've gotten recently. It's awesome. Thank you so much. And if you're new here and you're a Blue Jays fan or just a regular baseball fan, hit that subs.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Comment what your favorite team is. And if it's not the Blue Jays, we might not respond. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we will. But if you're a Yankees fan, we might just ban you straight up from the channel. To be honest.
No, we won't.
Yeah, we're kidding. We're kidding. Not really, but so
Um,
yeah, we're gonna talk about where the Jays should play this year.
and yeah, I mean we've narrowed it down to three possible places.
Yes. What's the
Um,
first one?
so the one I'll go from least obvious, what we think least obvious to most obvious.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And I think the least obvious place is Buffalo. And hear me out because they're gonna have a full minor league season
Yeah.
in some shape or form, and Buffalo's gonna be playing there because that's their home stadium.
Yep.
Uh, they don't like the idea of players cross contaminating, so I think that's off the case. I don't think Buffalo's going to happen again.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would have been more likely if they didn't have a minor league season this year, but since they do, and they
Exactly.
literally released it like 3 days ago, it's not gonna happen now unless they move Buffalo. But why would they do that?
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense, but that's their home stadium. Let them have it.
hmm Also, I
Um,
at the end of the season this year, I heard the Jays they liked playing in Buffalo, but they obviously don't want to play in
yes.
Buffalo. You know, they rather play in a stadium.
Yes. No, I agree. And I think it leads into the next point. I think the one that they want the most and all the fans want the most, but I don't think it's going to happen is they want to play in the Rogers Center again. They want to play in Canada. They want to play in Toronto.
hmm
And I don't think it's going to happen.
I wish
Just
it could.
pers- I wish it could, but I don't think it's going to happen. The Canadian government, I don't think wants fans at all in the stadiums, no matter what it is: soccer, football, baseball, hockey, no fans. Um, and I've lost my train of thought where I was going with this.
Something with fans.
Oh, yes. And speaking of fans going in and out of the stadiums, that's why they don't want them there. They don't. I don't think the Canadian government wants people coming in and out of the states as much as they would with Toronto games. Because you have to think about it.
Buffalo, a lot of Buffalo people go across.
Yeah, will go across. But even then, you're gonna have a new team coming in every 4 days,
That's true.
right?
Yeah, and there's also the quarantine rules, so you don't want to quarantine for like 2 weeks pretty much right after you travel
Exactly.
across the border, and it's just unreasonable unless they make an exception, and that's the only way I could see it happening. I just don't see it, but I do think it's still more likely than Buffalo, which is kind of funny.
Yes, it is. And that's kind of ironic. But I think another thing you mentioned there, the quarantine rules. I don't think it's gonna happen,
hmm
especially with those quarantine rules of you have to be. I think it's like 10 days or something quarantine for athletes,
Yeah.
or at least that's what they did for the NHL.
Yeah, but the thing is,
And
the NHL has their own Canadian division. We don't. We're the only Canadian team, so we can't
yeah,
just play against ourselves. You know what I mean?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as much as I want it, as much as all the Jays fans want it. Listening, we know you guys want to go to games, and
Yeah.
we know we want to go back to the Rogers Center.
hmm
I don't think 2021 is the year unless everyone gets vaccinated.
Yeah.
It's not
Also,
happening.
what do you think of the option of playing in like another MLB diamond, like Baltimore or Pittsburgh? Because that was
Uh,
thrown up last year, but obviously it didn't go through.
I think, and I think we talked about this before, and thank you for bringing this up because I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing about I don't think they want or I guess we don't think they want to do that whole cross contamination thing. They don't want to have. That's why Pittsburgh turned it down. That's why Baltimore turned it down. That's why Washington turned it down.
Yeah.
They didn't want to have two teams sharing a stadium.
Yeah. It's a big dilemma between both of the teams because, for example, if one player just on any of the two teams that go in there like catches the COVID or something, then all the other teams who were there and all the coaching stuff, they also have to isolate. So it's a big chain effect. So you probably
Exactly.
rather like mitigate where or contact between other ball clubs as much as you can.
And that's the most unique thing about baseball is that we, as a sport, can play almost to our normal extent, right? Because we're basically sanctioned off. The only time you really have close contact with people is either when you're in the dugout or when you're,
On
up to
base,
bat,
yeah,
up
on
to bat
base,
on base kind of thing, right?
yeah.
Unlike hockey and basketball where you're always on top of the players. So, and if they want to keep the numbers down, they can't be sharing rooms. They just can't.
Exactly they can't do that. It would be cool in Toronto if the Jays just lived in the hotel. That would be really funny.
Yes.
But I know they did that last year for like training camp, but it's not possible. So let's move on to the way that we think is the best.
Yes. And we'll give a full breakdown on why we think this. And we think the most obvious best place the Jays should play is in Dunedin.
Hmm.
And the one thing that separates Dunedin from everything, well, two things. One, it's in the States.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a big one
that's a
right there.
that's a big point compared to the Rogers Center. And two, it's got multiple fields, multiple nice fields.
Yeah.
So you can still have the Dunedin farm team play there and then have the Jays on another field.
Also, you haven't mentioned this yet, or I don't know if you were going to, but the facilities down there are
Yeah.
brand new.
Yes, I
That
totally forgot about that.
that was, I think, our biggest selling point to Trevor Bauer and Liam Hendricks, and probably even Kirby Yates at this point. Those guys, we took them down to our facility and we showed them how good it is, and all the players are loving it down there. At the facility, I haven't seen many pictures of it, but from what I've seen, it's state of the art. And I think a lot of players will love it. Also, it's in Florida, beautiful place down there. It's
Yes.
not like, I mean, can't Toronto's nice, but it does get cold sometimes. But in Florida, we don't really have to
You're
worry
you
about
have
that.
nice 30-degree Celsius weather down there all the
Also,
time.
Nate Pearson, Bo Bichette, they're from Florida.
Yeah. That plus a lot of players just naturally have a home in Florida, so in some shape or forms down there, right?
Yeah, they
So
do.
it's convenient for them. Plus, like you said, the facilities are state of the art, which is something that they did not have in Buffalo,
Yeah,
and that's
they have to
one
renovate
thing
them.
that they really missed.
Yeah, it's true.
And like we said, multiple fields, nice fields. You can still play the A ball team on another field, and you can have the Jays on a field. It's outdoors, so if they want to have fans, they can have fans.
Yeah, it's just maybe you know how Tampa and Miami, they play in like dome parks
Yeah,
because of the rain. There might be a lot more rain delays considering the ocean's right there. You get the whole lake effect, water and everything coming down. There might be more games rained out, but other than that, I still think that Dunedin is the best place for the Jays to play this year. Everything's nice. The stadium is up to par. Obviously, they can do more like Blue Jay renovations like they did with Buffalo and everything like that. But the Dunedin team uses like the same logo and everything as the Blue Jays. So I
yeah.
mean, there's not much you can need to do to change it to like make it all Blue Jays
Same
and stuff.
same color scheme. Uh, same color scheme, same logo almost.
Yeah,
And you mentioned the rain delays. I don't think that'll be a problem because with the new MLB rules and the whole 7 inning thing,
yeah.
you can just cancel the game and then play the next day a doubleheader.
Exactly. It's just hopefully there's not like a hurricane coming through or whatever in
Yes,
Florida. You'd rather not
obviously,
have that. Yeah.
obviously that's a big fear. But yeah, like we said, Dunedin we think is the biggest possibility for the Jays, and I think we're gonna hear soon in the next 2 to 3 weeks probably where they're gonna play.
Yeah, because don't they normally do their spring training in Dunedin anyway? Like the players are
Yeah,
familiar with it. The young players are even more familiar because they played there recently. So I mean, it's a win-win. I would say for us, minus the fact that it's not an actual major league ballpark. Like I do think it's better for the players, for our players, because we know the diamond inside out pretty much, but it's just not a major league park. That's the only downside to it.
they might have to extend the fences a little bit.
Yes, it's a little
I
small.
don't like they did in Buffalo, but I'm not sure if they will, considering they do MLB spring training games there.
Hmm.
So I don't know what the case is on that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, it could be like the next Colorado. The ball can just fly out of there. Who knows?
you
Also,
could see Vladdy been hitting 40 home runs, maybe.
I mean, hey, didn't Vlad hit like 400 in Dunedin?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like let's get them in Dunedin. Let's get them back to where they work really, really, really good, and let's let them ball out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I love Dunedin. It's a great place. I want to go down there one day. You know, it's kind of far from Toronto, but yeah.
Yes, we should definitely go down one day during
Mm.
March break.
Oh yeah. So
But yeah, thanks everyone for watching up to this point. If you're still here, let us know what you think. Let us know what stadium you think. Let us know if we missed a stadium. Let us know your reasons. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
I don't know what else to say either. Just hope you all enjoyed. Hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.